Hey guys, what's going on? Just kind of wanted to introduce you guys to one of my tanks here. This is my Elassoma Evergladei tank, one of the types of pygmy sunfish. I recently just got these guys to breed for me, and it's been pretty cool. The fry are tiny, like so small. When I was feeding brine shrimp one day, I'm watching these things kind of like dart and then float around in the tank, and they look like little larvae. They're almost like smaller than the baby brine shrimp, and I mean that's the only thing it can be. So I'm waiting for some of them to grow up, see kind of how fast they grow. I could try and film them in this tank, but they're so small, you'd never be able to see them. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it. But these guys are really, really neat fish. So in here I have 4 females and I have 2 males. You probably just saw one of the males. So yeah, off to the right of the screen there is one of the males. Now he's actually pretty colored down. Typically they're real dark black. The males get dark black and like fluorescent blue spotting on them. They're really pretty fish. The females, as you can see in the middle of the tank there, they kind of just always look like that. But right now I'm going to feed some bloodworms, or not bloodworms, blackworms. So these guys really like to eat the blackworms right out of the pipette, and I've been trying to get this on camera, but it's not easy to do it. Hold the camera in one hand and the pipette in the other and try and get the shot. So I've got my tripod set up, and that's what I'm using right now to film this. But so let's get some. As you can see, they're coming right up to the pipette. Let's work some of these worms down. So yeah, they must not be too hungry. Normally they'll come right up to the pipette and pick them right out of here. So I noticed they started breeding when I started feeding these blackworms. They really, really like these blackworms. There you go. You got one eating right out of the pipette. Yep, see? I don't know if the camera picked that up or not. Hopefully it did. But yeah, there you can see the males kind of starting to blacken up a little bit. You just got a couple of them there. But yeah, these guys are super, super cool fish. Really, really cool. So I'm gonna let some of these go in here. They'll become snacks later. We don't need to put all those in there. What I like about the blackworms is that you can feed them, and they're gonna live in your tank. So any extra in there, they're not gonna go bad. So it's really nice. I'm glad I started that culture. If you've never done a live blackworm culture, I urge you to give it a shot. It's honestly not that bad. You keep it just like you would a regular fish tank, and everything should be fine. I mean, my colony is thriving. I'm actually to the point where I have to start feeding, otherwise, I mean, there's just going to be too many in that tank. But that being said, the fish love it. I mean, it is probably about one of the most natural foods you could feed, as far as the way it just moves around in the water. And then, I mean, you can see, these pygmy sunfish, were tearing them up. But yeah, so in here I've just got a couple of pots. I got some Vallisneria, some dwarf sage in the corner. There's some boost moss in there. I forget the big tall plant in the back left. It's kind of the lighter green one under the sponge filter. But there's an Amazon sword in there. We got an Anubias butterfly, some Java moss. I got some type of pogo stemon, I believe Helphorite, floating in the top. There's some frog bit, but yeah, nice big chunk of driftwood in there. I got some decaying leaf matter in there. I figure the fry, when they're that small, they're going to be eating, you know, infusoria, stuff like that. So the decaying leaf matter kind of helps fuel that. So I'm hoping that I can just colony breed these guys, and there will be enough, you know, food, with me obviously supplementing. You know, every other day I'm squeezing a bug buffet pellet in the water, just making it into a milk, and it just kind of floats over everything. But so yeah, I guess I'll show you guys this tank again here in a little while. We'll wait for some of these fry to grow up and see if I can't get this tank to colony breed. So I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed this tank. I really like it. This is the tank that I've been watching most lately. I mean, these little guys are so cool. You can tell they're all fat, sitting up at the top now, full on worms. But yeah, I appreciate it, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.